Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply.
Toledo women's basketball has gone dancing only 3 times since the turn of the 21st century. Head coach Jenny Bogus, 22-7 in her first year. Solid, but the last coach in program history to win the MAC tournament in their first year was Mark Elin in 1996 when he did it in back-to-back years. And now nearly 3 decades later, Coach Bogus flew the Rockets to the 2nd seed in the MAC tournament with a first matchup against 7-seeded Central Michigan. Sammy McConowitz making moves, hits the hook shot in transition. Both teams went back and forth early. Destiny Robinson also a bright spot as the floater falls, but the Rockets trailed most of the first half. Nan Garcia trying to lift Toledo back into it, knocks down back-to-back 3-pointers, but UT was still down by 5 at halftime. But everything changes in the third quarter. Fake-fed Robinson spins to the rack as the Rockets are trying to find their rhythm. McConowitz then cashing in from beyond the arc as Toledo takes the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Later on, Garcia still on fire from downtown, switching 4 triples as a part of a 16-point performance. Rockets outscored the Chips 25-12 in the third. McConowitz finishes as the Rockets' leading scorer with 18 as Toledo rallies in the second half, winning 76-58 to punch its ticket to the semifinals. Meanwhile, Bowling Green hasn't won a MAC tournament title since 2011. Ironically, BGSU has the most tournament titles ever with 11. But since that year, it's been a roller coaster. 4 different head coaches, only 2 seasons of 30-plus wins. Last year, BGSU was taken out by Buffalo in the first round of the tournament. This year, a chance for revenge in today's last quarterfinal. Low-scoring affair. Early, Paige Kohler, she's going to nail the floater. As it's 13-10, Bulls after 1. Lexi Flemings also is going to find her stroke. She's going to swish the long 2. BG pulls ahead by 4 at the break. The Falcons taking flight in the third quarter. Amy Velasco buries a bucket from straight away. BG building momentum, and Freddie is loving it. Kohler then knocking down a big pair of 3-pointers. She had 14 in this game as the lead grows to 9. Erica Porter was the Falcons' leading scorer with 19. BGSU up double digits heading into the fourth quarter. We've heard that before. But Buffalo quickly flipping the script. Kristen Lewis-Williams denies the shot on one end, then takes off coast to coast as suddenly the Bulls have a lead with 1:30 to play. BG looking to tie it up, but the pass to Porter is too strong. Lewis-Williams has got it, and unfortunately, Buffalo takes down Bowling Green 65-63. The final score. Now, here's how the bracket is shaking out after today's action. Top seeds Ball State and Toledo each took care of business, and decisively, I might add. Meanwhile, Kent State and Buffalo squeaked out victories. Both semifinals will be on Friday. The first game at 10 a.m. features a top-seeded Ball State team that lost to Kent State less than a month ago. The Cardinals seek revenge en route to the tournament finals. Meanwhile, Toledo meets a Buffalo team that it beat by 3 back on February 26th. Here's Nicole with more on the game.
Day 1 of the MAC women's basketball tournament brought plenty of drama, especially in the second half. For Toledo, it was all about defensive adjustments and stepping up their physicality that fueled the Rockets' comeback.
Our defense will lead to our offense, and that leads to our transition and all those runouts we can get. So it was just really important to get those stops and then grab those rebounds so we could flow.
That's the intensity we have to have all game for 40 minutes. And I think for me personally, I mean, Sammy would probably agree, I'm not ready to be done playing in a Toledo uniform.
It's important that we understand that we can and that it's going to be hard. You know, I've been in 4 conference tournament championships in 23 years. That's how hard it is. And I've been a part of some really good programs and great teams, and so it's hard. And so, you know, setting the tone, I think getting the jitters out a little bit and making sure that we stay confident and connected was really huge today.
The Falcons were flying high in the third quarter, leading by as much as 13, but Buffalo gradually wore them down and ended BGSU's season in the quarterfinals.
Watson went to a different level. I think she stroked out those 2 threes and then, kind of stretched us out a little bit, and then next thing you know, people are, right at the rim, finishing around the rim, and then we were having to face a set defense on the way back. We didn't really get into transition. We didn't have a great tempo offensively, so it kind of stagnated us a little bit. But, they did a great job.
As a unit, I think
that we all have to be better, pack the paint a little bit more. We knew that they like to score in the paint. But yeah, I mean, you can't change any of it now.
Toledo now gets a day off to recuperate before facing the Bulls as the MAC men's basketball tournament takes over Rocket Arena. Reporting in Cleveland, I'm Nicole Weaving, BCSN.
Tournament Time on BCSN is brought to you by Dunn Chevy, supporting local athletes. Together, let's drive. And by Unison Health and the Mental Health Board of Lucas County, reminding you that it's your time, your choice. And by Superior Credit Union. We're not a bank, we're better.